Hey there, it's Bex from Reading and Writing Redhead. Here in the room today, even though you can't see him, is my 3.5-month-old puppy. So I can't guarantee you won't hear him, but we'll just carry on. What I wanted to do today is give you a quick little walkthrough. I wanted to start with that slide of the digital cause and effect skill practice for Google Drive and Classroom. Now, hopefully, when you grab the link from the PDF you downloaded at Teachers Pay Teachers, it forced you to make a copy, and your students will have to make a copy also, so it would look like this. If not, it's going to look like this, and you and your students will have to go to File, Make a Copy, in order to be able to edit this doc and move around and move the movable pieces. So what I started out here is with a little poster almost. You can probably even print this out, hang this in your classroom, explaining cause and effect. But I highly recommend you do additional pre-teaching, and you're going to need to do like extra lessons on cause effect. It is tricky. This is really just a review. So the first activity is cause and effect match, and the kids are going to read these sentences, look at the picture, and then find the effect, and these are attached. So they just click and drag the ones that match, and then they read this cause and find which one would be the most appropriate effect and click and drag it next to it. So same thing here. And then we have cause and effect part 1, where they decide which two sentences go together and then which is the cause and which is the effect. Now it'll save your work as you're going, so you don't have to worry if the child has to leave. Or the fire alarm goes off, you're all set, the work is saved. This one's what's your effect, so they read the causes, and then they click and drag the effects here. There's another page of that, and then we have the opposite, what's the cause, which can be a little harder. So she started to cry, the kids need to think, why did she start to cry? Maybe because Willa fell off the monkey bars. Okay. Up here, they're typing, so these work a little bit differently. There's no movable pieces. They simply read the cause, and then they type an effect. So I did an example for them. Jim was driving his car, and it broke down. So they click in the box, and they can either highlight the type here and press delete, or they can click at the end of type here and press delete or backspace, and type what they think Jim would do. Whoops. Okay, and then there's another page of that, and then opposite, tell about the cause. So like the tooth fairy came, they would think, why did the tooth fairy come? What happened right before it? So again, I did that example for them. Shannon was annoyed at her brother. They click, they erase the type here and write what they think the reason is. So that's about it. If you have any questions about the digital cause and effect skill practice, be sure to drop me an email and let me know if I can help you in any way. And hopefully it's a fun way for your students to practice this tricky skill.